Yeah, remarkable footballer, remarkable goal scorer. Spurs' best ever start to a Premier League season. Ashley, you would have played against Harry Kane. He scored in his last 5 games. He's quite a handful. You played against him for club and country, and he was terrific today, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was sensational. It was classic Harry Kane. I think he gave Tarkowski and Cody a real tough afternoon. Yeah. And as you said, I've had many of those against him myself. Yeah, he had 13 touches in the Everton box, which is the most he's had in the opposition's box since January. So, he was involved with everything good, and this is just good forward movement, getting across the defender. It nearly comes off there. This is lovely. This shows, his footwork and his skill. And then, little Meg's there and gone. And the replay is great because that's just quick feet. It doesn't come to nothing. But he's lively, he's bright, and he wants goals as always. He's got this in his game as well. He drops a little bit deeper, and that's as good as a cross as you'll see all day.
Superb.
He can make goals as well. This is great technique. He actually hits it into the floor, and you see these getting blazed over a lot, but look, his concentration, his technique, he hits it on target. Good save from Jordan Pickford. We've highlighted him. It's just the anticipation, and he wins the penalty, and it is definitely a penalty without a shadow of a doubt, and he tucks it away. But the anticipation to follow in the shot is what gets him the penalty in the first place. Here we've showed him his strength. That arm, when he locks that arm out, there's not much you can do about it, and it's just good centre forward play, receiving it in the box, swivelling and shooting and scoring.
Yeah. Best start to a season for Harry, as you can see down there in the first 10 games of the season. First time he's got to 9. He's still a few behind Haaland at the moment, but he'll still think he's got a great chance to go on. But I want to ask you, what's he like to play against? Both in terms of how is he? He's a bit verbal, or is he? I mean, he's obviously physical and strong and a brilliant player.
Yeah, no, he's not. He doesn't give you. He's not verbal with you. No. But I think what you don't get the picture of watching him on the TV is just his presence, how big he is, how strong he is. We showed him there. When he does that, it's hard to. You can't really. He has a good presence about him. If he's holding it up, it's tough. You can't get around him. He's a classic number 9 striker. He's very vocal. He's the leader of their team. He communicates well with his team.
He's a number 9 striker, but he's also. He plays like a 10 sometimes. Does that make it more difficult, though, because you don't know what to do as a central defender?
Yeah, he puts you in so much doubt because sometimes he drops in there and you don't really want to go in with him because you've got runners in behind, and sometimes he pins you and he stays up against you, and as I say, he's very strong, so it's a really tough matchup against him.
His all-round game is so impressive. Also impressive today was the introduction of Basuma, who made all the difference.
Yeah, he did. I felt like for a while that Spurs have needed to go with a 3 in midfield. Antonio Conte, he sticks with his tried and tested 3 up top, and he's getting the result. So, who am I to say otherwise? But there was a definite change in the way that Tottenham played the minute this man Basuma came onto the pitch. And what I liked about it straight away is, he's in that deeper role, but Bentancur and Højbjerg then go a little bit higher and occupy the other 2 midfielders of Everton, which then frees up Son if he wants to drop in deep, because usually when they're dropping deep, they're just running into midfield players, but that extra body, it created more movement for Tottenham, and it gave actually more space for Harry Kane and for Son to operate in. Here we are again, picking him up in that deep area. This time, Everton, they do want to create a high press, and this happens a lot against Tottenham, and they can't find a way out. This time, extra man. Create a nice little overload. He's free. Son's free again, and then once he gets turned, that's when Tottenham are in business, and this happened time and time again. I think this element to his game is what Conte will love most, that bite, that snap in his midfield and playing forward. He's constantly talking about him understanding the position more, and it's little snippets like this that tell me that that's exactly what Conte wants. Understand the security of your role, where you need to be, and how I want you to be able to clean up and play the ball forward. And I just think moving forward, with Richarlison injured, the games are coming thick and fast. It's a good time to have him in the side.
Seems to be settling in gradually.
Really does, yeah.